Hi, I'm back. I'm here today going to do a tutorial on ombre nails, not ombre, but gradient. Ombre is usually when you're using the same color and it's going from lighter to darker, and gradient is when you're going from color to color. So I've already painted a base color on my nails and it's yellow. My nails will probably get stained again from this, and the colors that I'm going to use is yellow spoiled, called Mind Your Own Beeswax, and this orange from LA Colors. It is called there's no color name on it. It's a bright orange. And red, and this one is from Wet n Wild, and the name is Red. Pretty simple. And then I'm going to use this purple from China Glaze, and the name is Flying Dragon. So the two ways that I do a gradient are first, like most people, with a sponge, except you see I've cut some of mine off that I've used, except I do something different with the sponge. I actually wet the sponge, and I don't know, it works better. Don't know why. The other way I do gradient is with a makeup applicator. These little things. This is the first way that I learned to do a gradient, and it worked pretty well, and I like it. But I just learned how to use the wet sponge, and I love it. So here we go. All right, so like I said, I've already painted my base color, which is the yellow from Spoiled, the Mind Your Own Beeswax. And the first one I'm going to do is with the makeup sponge, the first one I learned how to do. And I'm shake each one of my colors up. Set them up here, open them all up. Alright, and what I'm going to do is just paint some of the color on the tip of the makeup sponge, and the next color, paint a lot more of it. And I'm going to just start putting dabbing it on like that. And then adding the next color. And when I'm doing this, I'm using that part of the makeup sponge. Not really the whole thing. I'm not dabbing the whole thing on there. And then the last one, I'll just flip it over for this one so I ran out of room. Kind of stipple some of this red over the purple, make it blend. And there's my gradient from yellow down to the purple. So just a simple makeup sponge, and it doesn't dry very fast. I can continue to do more nails, but alright. The next way to do it is, I have a shot glass with water in it. I just wet the sponge. And squeeze it out. Make sure there's not a lot of water in my sponge. And since I've cut this part and it's flat right there, this is the side that I'm going to use. And just like everybody else does do it, just paint your stripes of color on, kind of overlapping on the edges. That was a lot. Kind of dab it off right there, and then kind of stipple it on, and pretty fast and easy. Now, I've never done these techniques side by side, but since I just did, I am liking my wet sponge technique a little more than my old technique, my tried and true eyeshadow sponge. I'm loving. Okay, I just screwed that up. So I'm going to add a little more yellow at the bottom. I got too much color on it. So to fix that, I'm just going to add these two. So there you go. The eyeshadow brush and the wet makeup sponge. See, this is still, I can still keep going with this on the next hand. When I'm done with that, I just cut it off. And I have another flat surface. Keep going. After you've done your gradient, you can clean up using a flat brush right around the edges and acetone. And I hate red. It gets everywhere.